Hi friends, Namaste. I am Anantasan. We have been discussing the important events in Mrs. Indira Gandhi's life through Padanathamsa Dasa. So here all the events till uh, Mena Mahadasha are over. Now we will enter Simha Mahadasha. So in during Simha Mahadasha, there are very, very important events, some uh, present and others unpleasant events. So you must study the overall nature of this Simha Mahadasha. Now I present an overall view of Simha Mahadasha here. The Mena Mahadasha in Mrs. Indira Gandhi's horoscope ended in 19th November 1972. From 61 to 72, that is Mena Mahadasha, it is over. This Mena Dasya Mahadasha period, 19th November 1961 to November 1972, 11 years was a golden period in her life. Then began Simha Mahadasha on 19th November 1972 and it ends on 19th November 1984, 12 years period. So just a few days after Mrs. Gandhi was assassinated on 30th October 1984. So on 30th October 1984, she was assassinated. And just after 20 days, the Simha Mahadasha is coming to an end. So throughout the Simha Mahadasha, she struggled a lot. So she was never comfortable all through these 12 years of Simha Mahadasha period. Her elections to the Lok Sabha from Raebareli constituency was struck down by the Allahabad High Court in 1975 February. This is one major problem. So from this problem, all other problems came up. So she appealed to the Supreme Court. She manipulated the Supreme Court. She appointed a judge of her choice, superseding two senior-most judges, K.S. Hegde and H.R. Khanna. So all these things were done to have a judge of her choice in the Supreme Court. She imposed national emergency in June 1975 and put all the opposition leaders, the old or young, all leaders in jail, opposition leaders in jail. She effected several constitutional amendments hastily, whether they are necessary or not, whether they are. So that is why Justice Khanna formulated a principle that has come to stay in jurisprudence. You can amend any part of the Constitution, any article of the Constitution, but you should not alter the basic structure of the Constitution. This basic structure formula, that is the word, was coined by Justice Khanna. So that is how she tried to disrupt the basic structure of the Constitution. The Simha Mahadasha should indicate all these things, aggressive attitudes and unethical actions of the native. The Supreme Court reversed the earlier judgment delivered by the Allahabad High Court and the Supreme Court upheld an election to the Lok Sabha in 1971. So that problem was over. So an unpleasant event then rectified later. This is a failure followed by a success. This is like a student failing in the first attempt and then achieving a good rank in the subsequent examination. This is how to read this in the horoscope, in the Dasha Antardasha analysis will follow later. The Simha Mahadasha must indicate events. There is Mrs. Gandhi, Gandhi, but the general elections to the Lok Sabha in 1977, she lost the elections. Success value, you see this. He lost the election in 1977. Not only her party, but she herself was defeated in, I think it was in Methi or Raebareli, I don't remember exactly. So her party could not win majority seats in the Lok Sabha. She herself was defeated. So she suffered humiliation, fear of fear of punishment by the government. The Janata government then instituted a number of inquiry commissions, Shah Commission, this or that. So this just after 3 years, India went to general elections again in 1977, 1980. 77 elections, she lost. Again in 1980, elections were conducted. This time, she and her party also returned to power with a convincing majority, a defeat and a success. So even after the victory, already in 1980, she returned to power and she became the prime minister again. She was never happy after that. By in 1980, she became the prime minister for the third time, or yes, maybe third time, subject to correction. And her second son, Sanjay Gandhi, died in a helicopter crash just after winning the election only. Then began Palestini movement. So the Operation Blue Star in 1984, and finally she fell a victim to the Khalistani terrorism in 19 Khalistani terrorism on 30th October 1984. So when she was assassinated by her own security guards. So here Simha Mahadasha also came to an end. On 19th November 1984, just 20 days after the end of this Simha Mahadasha. Here, now let us analyze the merits and the demerits of this Simha Mahadasha as a whole. So to begin with, note down the Dashakarakas. We know Dashakarakas in the Simham for the Simha Mahadasha. So K1 and K10 Sun, K2 and K11 Mars, K3 and K12 Mercury, then K4 is Venus, K5 K2, K6 is Saturn, and K7 Moon, and K8 Jupiter. Right? See, yes, K9 Rahu, K8 Jupiter, and K9 Rahu. The Mahadasha sign, Simha is occupied. See, I'm telling you the positive or benefic influences and malefic influences. How they are working simultaneously on the same house. So let us see. The Mahadasha sign Simha is occupied by its own Lord Sun. This is good. The first and the 10th Dashakaraka. And also by Mars, the second and 11th Dashakaraka. Mars is also the Lord of Mesha, which is the 9th house from Simha. That is on the 4th house from Vrishchika. This is very good. So, Dasha sign, Mahadasha sign is occupied by Sun and Mars, the great, perhaps the greatest strength of this chart. Otherwise, she would not have withstood all those trying situations. So, this is very good. Simha and its Lord Sun are aspected by Mercury and Venus from Tula. Then the negative forces begin to operate. So Mercury is the 3rd and 12th Dashakaraka and the Lord of Kanya, which is the 5th from A5. So Vrushabha and fifth from A5. A5 is Vrushabha and the 10th from A10 Dhanus. So Kanya is fifth from A5, 10th from A10. So Mercury is Lord of fifth, 10th from A10 and fifth from A5. So now let us analyze and the 10th from A10 Dhanus. Mercury occupies Tula, that is A6. Mercury is A5, it is occupied A6. So this is the problem. So the point to notice here is that Mercury is the lord of benefic padas. That is fifth from A5, 10th from A10. And he is a malefic Dashakaraka. So sorry, malefic Dashakaraka, third and 12th house. Lord of benefic padas, Karakatvas, evil Karaka. This is the combination C. Mercury occupies A6 Tola and Malefic Pada and combines with the Lord of A6 Venus. Again, Venus has some merit also because he is the Lord of Vrshava, which is the fifth part A5. So Venus is the fourth Dashakaraka. I told you, fourth Dashakaraka is not so strong. He is a benefic node, but a mild benefic. And also the Lord of A5 Vrushabha. Again, a benefic pada, a malefic karaka and a benefic pada. So Mercury is the lord of benefic pada and a malefic dasha karaka and occupying a malefic pada A6. So Venus is the lord of benefic pada A5 and a benefic dasha karaka occupying a malefic pada. Of course, it's his own house. Then Mercury and Venus are aspected by Moon, the seventh Dashakaraka. That is also good because seventh Dashakaraka, Mercury is seventh Dashakaraka. Yes, Mercury is the seventh Dashakaraka. And also the Lord of Karkataka, which is A9. A9, Bhagyapada Lord, and benefit. Moon in the benefic karaka and the lord of a benefic pada A9. This is also very good. Mercury and Venus are aspected by Jupiter from Vrshabha. So here Jupiter is 8th dasha karaka. See, again Vrshabha has is a benefic pada A5 and it is occupied by Jupiter, the lord of benefic padas A10 and ninth from A9, but is also the lord of A8 Dhanus and a malefic Dashakaraka K8. K8 in A5. This is the combination of opposite forces. So that is K8 is occupying A5 and aspecting the lord of A5 Venus. Again, coming back to the Mahadasha Rasi, Simha. Simha is aspected by Ketu and Saturn from Makara. Ketu is fifth Dasha Karaka, see, the benefic Dasha Karaka. And Saturn is the malefic Dasha Karaka K6. K5 combines with K6. So again, a combination of benefic and malefic karakas. That is, a benefic Dashakaraka Ketu combines with the malefic Dashakaraka Saturn, that is K6. But he is aspected by Jupiter K8. Jupiter, so far, we have been telling Jupiter is a benefic, best benefic, best benefic. Now he is a K8. K8 is aspecting Makara, where there is K5 and K6. So K5, K2 combines with Saturn K6 is aspected by K8 Jupiter. So, and again Saturn, again, and it is severely afflicted because A5 is occupied by Jupiter. So that is the most important pada, A5. A fifth bhava, which signifies position and power, is severely afflicted. How and why? Because A8, A5 is occupied by Jupiter, that is K8, and aspected by K6 Saturn. Also by K3, K12, that is Mercury. So A5 is aspected by K3, K12. A5 is aspected by K6. It is occupied by K8. 3, 6, 8, 12. All the malefic karakas are involved in this. They are spoiling, afflicting A5, the house of power. And the lot of A5 Venus is affected by K3 and K12 Mercury and also by K8 Jupiter. So here the Karaka, the Karaka K5 combines with K6, A6 Saturn and K8 Jupiter is aspected by the Karaka K5. K3 is Karaka K5 combines with the K6 Saturn and is aspected by Jupiter. Here it is clear that the right padas are connected to wrong karakas and right karakas in the company of wrong karakas. So both still we have, but still we have very strong benefic karakas K1, K10, that is Sun, and K2, K2 and K11 Mars, they are strong in Simha. So the Dasa karakas K1 and K10 is the strongest of all karakas. Now they are aspecting K5, K2, that is K5 is has malefic connections, but still K5 has strength because of the aspect of Sun and Mars. The rule is now they are aspecting K5, K2 and K6 Saturn in Makara and K4 Venus and K3 and K12 Mercury in Thola. So Sun and Mars are aspecting all the malefic karakas, Saturn, Mercury, and Venus. So the rule is if a yoga karaka combines with a malefic planet, a failure is indicated. But if then there is a benefic aspect upon the yoga karaka planet or the afflicting planet, the native is sure to bounce back, get success for the second time. So we know some students appear for civils examinations. First time he may fail and he may get a very good rank in the subsequent examinations. This is possible in all walks of life. Say, for example, a lady, newly married lady, so she waits for children for 3 or 4 years. First time she conceives, very glad, but she has abortion. Unfortunate. Again, if there is a benefic planet, she will conceive again and give birth to healthy children. This is our frequent experience. The rule is if a yoga karaka uh, combines with a malefic planet, a failure is indicated. That is, but if there is a benefic aspect on both the aspecting a malefic planet, or aspected benefic planet, there is a benefic aspect, then the native is sure to get success in the subsequent attempts. Another avayoga for the Simha Mahadasha is Rahu. Rahu occupies Karkataka, which is the 12th house from Mahadasha sign Simha. Rahu in the 12th sign. So I told you a number of times. Rahu is aspected by moon from Kumbha and also by Jupiter from Vrishaba. We know that if the Arod of Jaya, 12th house from Arod Lagna, is connected to Rahu or Moon or Venus or all the three, it is a very, very severe avayoga. It is also said that Rahu in 5th, 9th, and 12th from Arudha Lagna is an avayoga. I already told you that any yoga, whether it's Raja Yoga or Avayoga, mentioned with reference to Arudha Lagna or Karkamsa Lagna or Yoga or upapada lagna, they may also be conveniently applied to the Mahadasha sign. Here, the 12th sign from Mahadasha sign Simha is Karkataka. It is occupied by Rahu. It is aspected by Moon and Jupiter. So, there is one more Avayoga, which is I have not discussed so far. It is a very important Raj Yoga. See, we know Argala is very important. Please, we know Argala. Second, fourth, 11th houses from any Pada, Lagna, or the houses of Argala. Then the 12th, 10th, and the 3rd are respectively the counter Argala places, houses. There are three possibilities here. There are three possibilities here. First, I tell you orally, please listen to me. Argala houses, counter Argala houses. If there are planets in Argala houses, no planets in the counter Argala planets, that is the Raj Yoga. This is number one. Number one, planets in Argala houses, no planets in counter Argala houses. This is the Raj Yoga. Number two, planets in Argala houses, planets in counter Argala planets also, with equal number of planets. That is the Bandhana Yoga. Number three, there are planets in the counter Argala places. There are no planets in the Argala houses. These are the three possibilities. This is the Varastha Daridra Yoga. So, no yogas will be effective. So, here I tell you the same thing. If all the three Argala houses are occupied, there are three options. All the three Argala houses are occupied and the counter Argala houses are vacant. This is complete Argala. This is good Raja Yoga. If all the three Argala houses are occupied and simultaneously all the counter Argala houses are also occupied by equal number of planets, then this is a not Argala Yoga, this is Bandhana Yoga. All the Argalas are contracted, neutralized, and it gives rise to Bandhana Yoga. We know that there are equal number of planets in the pairs of houses, 2nd and 12th, 3rd and 11th, 4th and 10th, 5th and 9th, 6th and 8th. And Parasara Shastra says it is 6th and 12th. So there are two options, 6th and 8th, and 6th and 12th. Who may accept both. Then there are equal number of planets in those houses. It is a Bandhana Yoga. Bandhana Yoga is formed. So the third alternative is that is present here in this case. If all the three Argala houses, 2nd, 4th, 11th, are not occupied by any planet, but all the corresponding counter Argala houses, 3rd, 10th, and 12th houses are occupied with reference to any Lagna or any Pada or Mahadasha sign, it is an Avayoga. Here, the reference point with reference to the Mahadasha sign Simha, see the 2nd house, Kanya, that is Agala house, is vacant. 4th house, that is Vrishchika, is vacant. 11th house, Midhuna, that is also vacant. And Agala houses are vacant. Then counter Agala, the Mithuna also is not occupied by any planet. See the counter Argala places. The 12th house, Karkataka, it has a Rahu in that. The 3rd house, another counter Argala place. 11th, yes, 10th house. 10th house is the counter Argala place of the 4th house. 4th house is Argala house. 10th house is counter Argala house. 4th house from Simha is Vrishchika, it is vacant. 10th house from Vrishchabha is Vrishchabha, it is occupied by Jupiter. So, occupied by Jupiter. The 3rd house, Tola, is occupied by, not occupied by any planet. The 10th house from Vrishchabha is occupied by Jupiter, and the 3rd house from Tola is occupied by 3rd house from Tola is Tola, Vrishtika, Simha. It is not occupied by, sorry, wait. The counter, wait, I'll repeat it. The counter Argala houses, the 12th house, Karkataka, is occupied by Rahu. The the uh, the second house, the 10th. So that is the house. I will repeat it. The counter Argala houses, the 12th house Karkataka is occupied by Ketu. The 10th house Vrashabha is occupied by Jupiter, and the third house Tola is occupied by Mercury and Venus. So all the three counter Argala places houses are occupied. So I have not seen this avayoga in any book. So you please test and verify. This is the general assessment of the Mahadasha of Simha. And of course, these results may be modified in the Antardashas also in the Antardashas. Now, let us study some important events which took place during the different Antardashas in of the Simha Mahadasha period, that is between 19th November 1972 and 19th November 1984. Thank you.